All right, thank you for staying with us. I'm Erin E. LeBeau.
And I'm Candace Gibson. So today is National Day of Silence, a student-led movement to protest the LGBTQ name-calling, bullying, and harassment in their schools.
Yeah, students may actually be taking a vow of silence, but it actually speaks volumes. Dr. Elijah is a trans advocate and founder of 100 Black Trans Men. He joins us now to talk about the pursuit of change. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, so break down for us what happens on this day.
So today, on National Day of Silence, students all around the world take a vow of silence in solidarity against anti-bullying for LGBTQIA+ students.
And how would you say like a day of silence actually lead to change?
How does it lead to change?
Yeah.
Well, one, for policy, right? When the students stop talking, the teachers tend to listen.
Yeah.
When everybody is quiet. But more than a day of silence, today is actually a day of action and resilience and awareness, which leads to change with the bullying.
Was there something specific in your life that moved you to be an advocate for this?
Wow. Well, I transitioned in 2017 from female to male at the age of 49. And so when I transitioned initially, I went off of the internet and I said, I'm going to come back with a new name, new face, new gender. And that lasted for about 2 months, right? And so when I got into my transition, I quickly realized the disparities, the bullying, the health inequities that go on for trans and non-binary folks. So that's why I'm here.
And so many of these students that are bullied, they end up committing suicide and suffering a lot of things, don't they?
Yes, unfortunately, trans and non-binary kids have the highest suicide rate, and that comes from isolation, from name-calling, from misgendering, and all of those things.
Yeah, in the meantime, there was a recent report that I want to point out that showed that about 80% of LGBTQ+ students felt unsafe at school. You see it there on the screen, causing a third to miss at least one day of class. More than 3/4 were verbally harassed. More than half were sexually harassed. What is it going to take for these numbers to change?
It's going to take allies. Really, we need our allies. We need political legislation that prevents discrimination and welcomes all students. And we need anti-discrimination policies specifically in the school system.
And we know a lot of change starts at home.
Yes.
But what does someone do when they have parents who are unwilling to change?
Wow, that's a tough question. They got to, first of all, find a safe space, right? I always say we can't change our parents. We can only change ourselves first and then allow our parents the space to change. And that was my case.
Was it?
Yes.
What's the best advice for somebody who's being bullied or harassed?
The first advice I have is to know that you are loved. Right, know that you're cared for and know that you are important. Secondly, find a safe space and a safe person to talk to. If you can't do that, you can text 741, text the word home, and you can get free anti-bullying counseling and mental health therapy.
I feel like a lot of times when we don't have the support at home, we learn what not to do from our parents, which can lead us on a better path. How was your transition with coming out to your parents?
I tell you what, my mother is my best friend. Like my mother, shout out to my mom if she's watching, shout out to my mother. My mother is my best friend. But we had some ebbs and flows along my journey. I came out twice. I came out as a lesbian at 14 years old at the kitchen table, and we were Southern Baptist at the time.
Oh, no.
And then at 49, I came out as trans. And so my mother has been on this journey with me the entire time.
Oh, look at you.
Huh?
Throwback!
Oh, wow, look at that beautiful little girl.
Oh.
My mother made that outfit too. That is so. I'm not against what's called dead naming, right? But just a point of definition. Dead naming is when you call someone their former name. Okay. But that's Tasha.
That is Tasha.
That is Tasha. She's as cute as a button.
Very, very cute.
Yeah.
I love it.
And it's great that you have the support. Many families do not.
Absolutely. That's why I do what I do, because I sit in a space of privilege, not just from having health care benefits from the VA, but from having my family support.
Dr. Elijah, by the way, I want to point out, if we can lose the banner for a second, can you see his sock?
Oh, look at
the flag.
Yes, trans flag.
Drip too hard. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Y'all are awesome.
Appreciate it.